Hello there and welcome to episode number 11 of my FIFA 21 Road to Glory series with Barrow. A massively successful season is now over and therefore we will use this opportunity to review our season, taking a look back at the league and cup campaigns as well as decide the goal and player of the season. The season began as expected with the team struggling to keep pace with the rest of the clubs in the league. After 15 games we were still in the bottom 5 and struggling to stop the goals from flying in. However, a couple of great signings, helped by you guys in the comments and suggestions, and a change of tactics really enhanced our chances and we did not look back after that. The season ended with us sneaking into the playoffs, which was a huge overachievement once you consider the early targets set by the board, which basically was just stay out of the relegation battle. I want to take this opportunity to thank everyone who's watched the episodes and supported me through this first season, and I hope you really enjoyed it so far as much as I have. If you've not already done so, then please consider subscribing to the channel so you do not miss any parts of the journey as we move on. So let's kick things off then with a quick review of the league table. As you can see, we ended up finishing 5th on 71 points. That got us into the playoff places, 22 wins, 5 draws and 19 losses. The goals for, which incredible, 129 goals for us there. The goals against was the big issue. Most of that was from the kind of first half of the season where we really struggled, and it's probably somewhere I'm definitely going to have to improve. But those goals for were mostly from those new signings. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick look through the table then, and we'll you support one of the teams in this league, and you can see where you came in this whole season. The main ones down there, obviously Crawley Town and Harrogate Town, unfortunately, were the ones who were relegated. And they'll be playing in the National League after this season. So we moved into the playoffs then. We got a 2-1 win away from home against Bradford in the first leg. Really good result that was. It was a really close match, but we managed to sneak that one, got those all-important 2 away goals. We then took them to our place. They took the lead just before half-time, so it was kind of little bit touch and go, but we managed to get through, and in the end we got into the final where we played Cambridge United, and it was a pretty comfortable game actually, I must admit. We played really well, scored a couple of good goals and ended up winning that one 3-1, which took us into League One for next year. Looking at the cups then, we didn't really focus on the cups, I must admit, but first round of the FA Cup we got knocked out by Walsall, a League One club, so no real surprise there. I think it was too early in the season for us as well. We were struggling at that point, we really were. But it is what it is, and unfortunately we didn't really get any money out of that one as well, which would have been the nice part, I suppose. And just if you're interested, Liverpool actually ended up winning the FA Cup, so it was a good season for them because they didn't do so well in the league, but managed to get a good cup win in the FA Cup. And unfortunately, we didn't do any better in the Carabao Cup either. Like I said, though, we played a weakened team. We ended up playing against Norwich, their championship team. And we didn't really stand much of a chance. We managed to keep them down to 1-0 though. And the Spurs managed to get the Mourinho effect there. And he always wins cups. So they managed to get their first cup win for quite a while, I think now. And they ended up champions of the Carabao Cup. And if you're interested, Barcelona were the Champions League winners, so no real surprise there. I suppose they're not so good this year, I must admit. So in this world, they are still a pretty handy team. And Liverpool managed to do the Cup double, so they ended up as Europa League winners. I'm sure they'd much rather be playing the Champions League, but they ended up winning the Europa League, and that gets them into that Champions League spot anyway. So we'll look now then at some of the stats then from the league. Our 2 strikers were head and shoulders above the others. So Jones, 45 goals in 35 matches, incredible return that, especially as he, as I say, did play the whole season. And Achari was the other striker we signed, 27 goals in 40 matches, really good return from both of them. And they were the difference, I think, for us. And then you look at the assists stats, and again, we dominated everywhere. Achari, 27 assists on top of his goals. Gribben, Jones, and Lith as well, left back. He did really well. He was a really handy player for us this year. So it'll probably come as no surprise then that those two lads, Achari and Jones, are our two nominations for the Player of the Season. With stats like that, 35 appearances, 45 goals, and 40 appearances, 27 goals. Then you add to that the assists for Achari as well. Average ratings of 8 and 7.8. They were head and shoulders above everybody else. And therefore, no surprise at all that Ricky J. Jones is our Player of the Season. So next then we'll take a look at the goal of the season. There's a few decent goals. We weren't scoring absolute bangers from the outside the box, mainly because most of our players aren't capable of doing that. But there was some really good team goals in there, and overall I think we scored some pretty nice goals.
Credit to them for winning back possession. What can he do from here? And space for the cross. Oh, there it is! A lifeline in this game! And what a finale we could be in for here!
Here, what a lovely inviting cross into the danger area that was. And that's a good header. Eye on the ball, concentration.
Now the delivery, and the danger's still on. In it goes! Delighted to be two in front. Things look good for them now.
And there'll be a few accusing glances after that clearance. Giving away the ball there is criminal. And at this level, quite honest.
And time for the change now. And firing it into the area. And the post getting in the way. A goal here, giving his team from
keeper little chance. Lovely goal that was.
Platt. Brown. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. Chance here. Going for the dink. Oh, how about that for a chip? Savour it. Let's have another view of that goal. That pass easy on the eye. Well. How many players would have the confidence to try that? Well, the goal again, albeit from a different angle.
So it was an absolute clean sweep then for Ricky J. Jones in the awards pit. Completely deserved. He was absolutely the standout player. And then let's look at the objectives. So we've pretty much got most of our objectives there. I'm probably going to look at the youth academy for next year. We've got a couple of young players that have come through. Lund is one of those who's probably going to play most of next season. And we managed to hit the financial side of things as well. So they were the two main ones that the board were really focused on. So next year then, I think we're probably going to have to make a few signings as we try not to get relegated again. That's probably going to be my main focus. Looking to strengthen that defence as we need to stop letting those goals in. We cannot concede like that again. So if you've got any suggestions for good League One centre halves, wing backs, not so important, but mostly you're focusing on those centre halves, then please stick them in the comments. They're always welcome, those suggestions. That leaves me then to say that thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a nice little compilation of everything. And like I said before, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this kind of content. And I'll see you all in the next one.